Very good evening, Pool Association of Uganda.
And in the ongoing games, the winner in the finals is
after more than 100 matches in the men's category, after 4 tournaments in one, after a tournament that has had 1 month of preparation, after the best players in Uganda from so many districts including Mbarara, Fort Portal, Rukunjiri, Kampala, Kabale, Hoima, Masindi, Gulu, Kitgum, Arua, and in between, we finally have the last match of the competition, the biggest of them all, the 4th edition of the Grand Open Championship of the Pool Association of Uganda is happening here at Grafton Gardens in the district of Fort Portal in Uganda. Actually, the district is Kawarole. Fort Portal is only the major town in the district, about 300 kilometers also midwest of Kampala. Joseph Kasozi on a mission to win his 5th tournament organized by the Pool Association of Uganda, taking on Dan Mubiru, who is attempting only to win his 1st. They are racing to 7 for a chance to be a part of history. Frame number 1 seems to be just about to be won by the guy who's supposed to be the underdog for this competition, especially considering the stature, the caliber, the experience and expertise of Joseph Kasozi. It is Dan Mubiru 1 and Joseph Kasozi 0. Once again, the race is 7.
1-0 in the final. Losers. Glorious leads.
Most likely, if you have been following Ugandan pool for the last 2, 3, 4 years, where it has been so much online, there is a good chance that you don't know so much about Mubiru, and that's why I make use of matches like this to reaffirm the assertion that Ugandan pool has a lot of depth in quality of players. There are so many players who you probably don't know. For instance, this competition has gotten over 100 players, but the majority of them are from the places in and around Fort Portal, neighboring districts of Mbarara, Hoima, Kagadi, Bundibujo, and the like. Around 27 men and majority ladies coming from Kampala. And yet, we have a guy as Dan Mubiru in the final of a tournament that had all of the players that you've known for the last 4 years. Joseph Kasozi is supposed to be the match favorite. He is a winner of 4 tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda in the recent past, including the 2016 Kampala Open Championship, the 2017 Christmas Cup, the 2023 Grand Open Championship, as well as the 2024 King of the Table Championship. He wants to be one of few players to be on 5 tournaments of PAU. The likes of Amos Ndiagumanawe and Alfred Gomekiriza Black Sheep. The players with the highest amount of tournaments of the PAU are in the order Bwanika Mansur on 8, Sula Matovu and Turije Jonah on 7. If I'm not mistaken, the guy stands a chance to join them today if he can win this final, but only still an if. Dan Mubiru is relatively slightly more experienced Kasozi in terms of playing competitive pool. Don't mind the body size. The guy is a little bit older than Kasozi. He's way into his late 30s. Dan Mubiru. Kasozi is only in his early 30s. Dan did play competitive pool for the very first time in 2009, the whole of 16 years ago, as a player with Chadalu Pool Club in the Ugandan Pool League. But before, he has played with Icon Pool Club as well as Big Zone Pool Club. He has also represented with the mighty Samana Pool Club as well as Perfection Pool Club and Scrap Buyers Pool Club. He's not so consistent in terms of his performance, reaching the grand stages of such big tournaments, but there is no doubt in his ability. Frame number 2, by one visit of the table, is won by Joseph Kasozi. It seems the final is going to be played at a very high level that it normally is when it is events of the Pool Association of Uganda. Now, it is a race to 6 after the players cancelling out each other by winning 1 frame each out of the first 2. And by the way, we have a third place match happening between Caesar and Glorious Senyonjo. It is very rare for us to be watching a final and another match at the same time without Caesar being part of the final. It doesn't happen so often. So he's playing a third place match. We already have a winner in the ladies category. Big congratulations to Rashida Motesi. She has won a 7th tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda, making herself the only female player to win 7 tournaments of the PAU. In the third place match, it is 1-0, Caesar leading against Glorious. In the final, no 1-1 in both the third place match and the final. I beg your pardon. Third place match is a race to 5, final is a race to 7. Also, congratulations to, we call him Manager Miti. Yes, he has won the managers event, not the managers event, the masters event for players who are over the age of 40. And also congratulations to Jackson Asiku. No shadow of a doubt that is one of the best young players in the country, winning the under 17 event. We have 4 champions, 4 different winners. Also, so many players who are winning money. They are all winners. Fans who are enjoying this action online are winners. Fans who are at the venue are winners. Officials, commentators, name it. Everybody feels a winner. It feels very good to have so many people involved in a successful event, just as is this one. And before I forget, my name is Simon Peter Chobe. Welcome to the platform.
Georgiana Chimolin and Simaya Namteli, you all won 100,000 shillings. Rosette Chirago, you have 200,000 shillings. Lukia Maiga, you have 400 Ugandan shillings and a bronze medal.
Thank you for watching. Jeff Koech, always watching from Kenya. I think you reside in Nakuru, if I'm not mistaken. Ras Emi, you are supporting Team the Scorpion. Unfortunately, Ras Scorpion is only playing in a third place match today. Nahamia Bravo is saying Dan Mubiru is picky these days. Johanna Gumesiriza calls Dan Mubiru stubborn. It's a very accurate description of him. But Joseph Kasozi now leads by 2 frames to 0. Last time out that I saw Dan in a final this big, I do not this big, I do remember tournament that was organized at Georgina Gardens. It was the Easter Cup, but not by the Polar Station of Uganda. He did win the final. No, he lost the final to Sula Matovu as way back as 2016. And of late, he shook the royal table of Ugandan pool at the National Open Grand Championship Grand Finale in the round of last 16, taking down the tournament favorite and defending champion in Caesar Chandiga. That was not the news, but how he took him down, because it was race to 11. This guy thumped Caesar by 6 frames to 0.
And a bronze medal. In the juniors category, the champion tonight is
Andrew Chiemba, thank you for watching. While Anthony Chiemba is asking why Joker didn't participate in the Masters category.
the winner's trophy.
I can't tell why. He didn't register. He was, however, eligible. But I don't think, while he's over 40, the target is not to get the players, the likes of Joker. It is to get the guys who are some kind of bosses, because Joker is pretty much still an active player and a competitive one. It would really be broad daylight robbery if he participated in that one, whether he won it or not.
We are yet to determine the overall winner in the men's category, and we can watch the game.
And Prince Makandawiri is saying Caesar is only lethal in long races. Well, I don't entirely believe you, because he wins more weekly comps than anyone else, and those are quite short races. This tournament has, however, had shorter races than many others because the race was 4 up to the round of last 16. He lost out in the semi-finals in a race to 6. Lots of experience in the guy that probably Malva will call the small guy, while Kasozi is a very experienced player. Dan is even more experienced. A relatively good crowd of people from in and around Fort Portal having entered the venue, accessing it only for a fee, simply to control the numbers because they were really unbecoming, most especially from the evidence of what was happening at the venue yesterday. Towards around this time yesterday, the first day of the competition, the venue was becoming too small because of the numbers of people. So the Toro Pool Association and Pool Association of Uganda decided to slap a relatively small US $3 entry fee for these guys to enjoy the talents of these players. Clearly, for Dan Mubiru, this is the biggest match of his career, which spans all the way back 2009 when he enrolled as a player with Chadalu Polo Club in the Pool League. He has never ever been in a final of a PAU competition. He is trying to rewrite history in favor of himself. He wants to join the list of so many players that have been able to win only one comp of the Pool Association of Uganda. If I'm to remind myself, on one tournament, Bukenya Uthman. On one tournament, Lubula Simon. On only one tournament, Ntwali Khalifan.
We welcome everybody for one platform. Thank you for honoring this championship. And like we told you,
While a few are on 2 comps, including Ibrahim Sajemba. By the way, even Cesar Chandiga is only on one tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda. That is the National Open Championship final in 2023. There are some on 3, including Fahad Sewan Kambo. I'm not so certain who is on 4. The only player on 4 in my memory is Joseph Kasozi. What a piece of skill from Dan Mubiru.
on table number 1, Glorious in the lead.
I almost called it a piece of skill. It was a blunder after playing his yellow ball off the table. Chance for Kasozi Joseph to win a 3rd, and in the meantime, Cesar Chandiga is 3-1 down against Glorious. Seems like the moment of moment to shine is so far being utilized fully by Joseph Kasozi, the guy that is nicknamed the sharpshooter. I was having a discussion with him about an hour before the final was played, because the semi-finals ended. Then there were some formalities like speeches and what, as some of us took advantage to have our supper meal. Joseph Kasozi did tell me that he is using this occasion to reaffirm to these players, most especially fellow senior players, that he is a deserving seed number 1. And also mostly to you, the fans, because as many of the comments I see, while he is seed number 1 officially by the Pool Association of Uganda, you don't believe he really is. That is why he is Pool Association of Uganda's seed number 1 of the present group, mostly him and Kasozi, who shine best when the organizers are the Pool Association of Uganda. He is enjoying now a 3-1 lead. As early as that, needing 4, while his opponent needs 6 out of the remaining 9 frames. Still 3-1, Glorious leading against Caesar. Big break by Dan Mubiru. Big break by Dan Mubiru. He gets to put a red, actually 2 reds, and leaves a fairly good split of the balls. The yellows all are in space. The reds, as long as he can get one to pot after the break, maybe he will be good to go. He's going for the reds, has to be very wary of the red right behind the black. He doesn't pot and leaves an open table. And Dan has to be very wary that Kasozi has more than what it takes to make this match a one-sided affair. There are a few one-sided tournaments finals in the polar station of Uganda's history. If I can try to scratch my head, remind myself, the final of the National Open Grand Championship 2017, Fahad Sewankambo versus William Businje, race to 8, ended 8-0. Fahad winning, I beg your pardon, it was race to 9 and it ended 9-0, and it was the final of a car competition 2017. Who doesn't remember a tournament that happened in the city of Masaka around the New Year's Day this year, when Ibrahim Sajemba thumped Kelvin Fikoti 11-1 in a race to 11 in that New Year's comp final. How about the ladies' final in the Kampala Open Championship 2014? Michelle Chamgisha, who is now watching this video, I will not tell you that she's Ibra's baby mama. She lost to Rita Nimusima in a race to 5. It ended 5-0. And then, of course, earlier today in the ladies' final, Rashida versus Julie. Julie was not able to win a single frame, as Rashida, by the way, won tournament number 7 for herself, all by the Pool Association of Uganda. Starting there with a big claim to reclaiming her number 1 ranking position, which she held for 6 years between 2018 up to 23, to be taken away from her from Rukia last year and the anchor Sheila this year. Joseph Kasozi for the men's event is ranked number 1 today, and is also looking good enough to defend his number 1 ranking title, which comes with, by the way, some privileges like not registering for a pay for tournaments like this. He also doesn't get to meet seed number 2 anywhere in the competition until the final. The other big benefit is a ticket to China to participate in the World Heibo Championships, and that has been reaffirmed by the tournament secretary in his speech before the final, that Joseph Kasozi will be Uganda's representative at the World Heibo Championships at Qingdao, China, around the 15th of April this year. Of course, the other representative will be the ambassador himself. And I did ask Kasozi Joseph before the final that whether he thought that Dan Mubiru was going to be a walk in the park, and he said no. He told me that for a guy that has beaten Hazard and Mafia and Glorious, he cannot be a walk in the park for anyone. That shows that Kasozi is taking this match very serious, although of course he started as an outright favorite. And here is the favorite trying to win a 4th in a row. And by the way, just a piece of unofficial news, this we could have a dessert after the final. A money match between Ibrahim Kanja and Ivan Moronji. If it is to happen, that one I'll be streaming it on my socials, because Plus Station of Uganda will be closing its gadgets after this tournament. After Joseph Kasozi seemingly trying to win a 5th tournament in a row, becoming one of only 5 players who will have won at least 5 tournaments of the Polo Station of Uganda, like I've been saying. The others being Bwanika Mansour, Turije Jonah, Sula Matovu, Amos Ndiagumanawe, and Alfred Gumekiza. This will make Kasozi a 6th. Ability to put balls in the long range is why he's given that nickname, the sharpshooter. This time the sharpshooter shoots short. Dan is probably contemplating using the space between red and Joe of the corner pocket to pass yellow, and Joe to pass his red. He came short. And again a chance presents for Kasozi. He has to bank one of his reds off the cushion to the center pocket. Accurate. He is so far making a very light work of his opponent. Seems not very happy with his body expression, but he has full sight of the last red. Yes, he does. White ball bouncing off to cushions. This is accurate shooting from the sharpshooter. Yes, he leads 5-1. If I can check out the amount of time for which we have been playing, it is just over 20 minutes, and yet this guy simply needs to win 2 more frames to seal the deal, to make himself winner of this Grand Open Championship, which will be the second one he will be winning after the 2023 edition. And in the 2024 event, he reached the final, losing out to Habib Sebuguzi. And if you are a player anywhere in Uganda, when you meet this guy in any tournament of the Polo Station of Uganda, you have a good reason to be scared. He needs a big break done, Mubiru. Puts 1 yellow ball, leaves white ball in perfect space. Not a bad split of both the yellows and the reds. However, the reds seem at least slightly better positioned. Of course, he'll be going for the reds. And in the meantime, after this final, I'll be interviewing these players. Most especially whoever of the 2 will have won this match. My intention is to interview them in their mother tongue, then I will be translating to you later. Mwesiga Martin, thank you for watching. You're asking if this one is the final. Yes, it is. Savage Daughter, thank you for watching. You are saying so it's only Kayanja who plays battles. He likes them and is pretty good at them. Fred Mubiru supporting the sharpshooter. Yohana Gumesiriza. You say 5 minutes enough for Dan. And Frank is appreciating the commentary. Frank, thank you for organizing that TY Polo Championship in the week, which was won by Caesar over Kasozi in the final. I want to inform you that Kasozi has paid sweet revenge to Caesar earlier today to reach this final. And some of the other big victims that have fallen to Kasozi in the tournament: Olubola Simon, the computer, in the round of last 8, before Caesar in the round of last 4. Remember, but the seeded players only face off against each other at the round of last 8. And the China-bound player, Joseph Kasozi, is on course probably to win another tournament of the association. Here is Dan Mubiru attempting to make a big comeback. A frame looking like the red frame. you just think that what is in between him and winning a second for himself is the position of the black, which he now opens. Very good game reading and execution.
Nessie, Francis, Francis.
And now I can say to you officially that Senyon Jogorias has taken third place after a very convincing victory against Chandiga Caesar in the third place match. Caesar will be fourth, Kasozi and Dan will be first and second in whichever order. And then the other players in the top 8 include the likes of Caleb Mohire, Alubulwa Simon, am I forgetting others? Rashid Wagaba, Dog City. If Dan Mubiru can find a way of winning this frame, then the final will be pretty much alive again. There are 4 beautiful trophies to be rewarded today. Will I say tonight? A trophy for the winner of this match, a trophy for Rashida, winner in the main ladies category, a trophy for Jackson Asiku, the juniors winner, and a trophy for Miti, the masters winner. He's one of the managers and he manages so many players. They have told him already that because he's their manager, they are very comfortable with him taking his trophy and medal. They are not comfortable with him taking their money. They called it their money. In a very funny way, but they are serious. Dan Murray attempting combination shot here. And it is a foul. But a calculated foul. Kasozi was almost re-asking the umpire not to lift the white ball. Actually, even in that position, the umpire can still reposition the white ball where it was. It is at the player's discretion. Also in the ladies category, Rokia has taken third place and Rosette Chirabo fourth.
Come and you receive your money prizes. The top 3 in each category will be the ones who will be recognized. Come and sign up for your monies. Come and sign up.
I think Kasozi is not playing this frame at a very high level to his standard. Of all the 6s played, this one is played at the lowest level.
Sharon Milende, Namte Sumaya, Georgia Nachimui, Chirabo Rosette, Lubuwa Simon, Wagawa Rashid, Caleb Muhire, Logoma Azad, and Chandiga Caesar.
The other player whom I didn't mention who reached the round of last 8 was Hazard. These kind of misses in a final this big, when you are down by 5 frames to 2, and normally very, very, very unwelcome. However, the white is too thin for Kasozi's liking. And after sinking in that ball so sharp and so solid, maybe this one will be Kasozi's 6th frame, 1 out of the first 8. In the same shot, playing quite neatly, those little shots that are so beautiful and so eloquent and so neat. Opening up the black, leaving the white ball for the would-be bad red on the table, portable to the center pocket. And the finish of frame number 7 from the sharpshooter should be a formality. Actually, it is an 8th, but it will be a 6th for Kasozi, because Dan himself has 1-2. He may want to put both red and black to the same corner pocket. A very good way to play the white ball. No reason as why this one he should be failing. He rolls it to the corner pocket with a very accurate white. Even no round of applause, though the majority of the fans are supporting him, because they know that it was always expected. As he sinks his soda bottle, he leads 6-2 and is nil out of 5 to take the money and the trophy, the pride and the 5th tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda. He's so calm and relaxed, Kasozi. First time in the match that I am seeing him sitting down as his opponent cues. He's so relaxed. He knows that it is very unlikely that Dan can win 5 frames in a row. Not in 100 times. If it does happen, it will be one of the big comebacks of the Pool Association of Uganda's events. And in my opinion, some of the 2 most memorable comebacks in tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda, one of them is the whole of about 18 years ago. It was a Kampala Open final between Waswakaiya and Torije Jonah. And then only 2 years back, when Joseph Kasozi won the last 4 frames against Caesar in this same edition of the Grand Open Championship. That one was won by Kasozi. For now, Dan Mubiru pulls another back. Maybe he can have a reason to believe. It is 6 for Kasozi and 3 for Dan. And thank you for watching. Fred Mburu, you're asking if Kasozi and Hazo got along. One thing I can tell you is that the person, Kasozi and Hazard, they don't get along, but Hazard does not like Caesar at all. So he was very, very, very happy that Kasozi beat Caesar. That's why he was celebrating that match. Not that he was celebrating for Kasozi, he was celebrating against Caesar. Track Spotter, thank you for watching. And oh yes, Joe David in Nakulabe, thank you for watching. Peterson Katerega is saying something's wrong with Dan. Atwine Obed, thank you for watching. Sathiel Mpapuli, you think Kasozi's opponent doesn't have the confidence? You know, sometimes it is normal when you go all of these frames down in a final this big, because for Dan, this one is the biggest match of his career. Kasozi has been exactly here for so many times. This one is the 6th tournament he is playing of the Pool Association of Uganda. Out of the last 5, he has won 4. Yes, 4 tournaments of the PAU. The only time he lost out in a final was last year's edition of the Grand Open. He lost to Habib Sebuguzi 9-8 in that final. A chance presents itself for Kasozi Joseph to try and make a clearance that will make him champion again. Big backspin drawing white ball backwards, opening up the 2 would be dead yellows. He will not be very happy with the final resting position of the white in relation to the yellows. That was close, but not close enough. I thought it was Kasozi's victory run. Dan Mubiru is making him wait a little bit longer. Something I'm really so surprised about. Kasozi and Rita are very good friends, but Rita is supporting Dan Mubiru. That won't matter in this one. Look at how able Dan can be on his day. Sometimes in the final he has been a little bit complacent. Some few times he has not been using his chances. At times Kasozi has been so clinical, but on his day he can be a menace to any player, any other shooter. He is a shooter first. He has to be accurate here. Off target, completely off target. The most likely scenario will be Kasozi playing safety here. He could also go for the frame. After shooting sharp like the sharpshooter is nicknamed, this one should be his victory lap. As long as he's on target, yes he is. Ever closer, ever clinical, ever dangerous, ever sharp. Now onto the black, which if he sinks it in, as long as he maintains as well the white ball on table, he will win a 5th tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda. Joseph Kasozi against the black for the victory. Black to the center pocket, and it is sunk in. History is being made. Apart from Bwanika Mansur and Turije Jonah and Sulamatovu and Amos Ndiagumanawe and Alfred Gumiki, Kasozi Joseph becomes the 6th player after those 5 to win 5 tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda. He is adding the Grand Open of 2025 to the Kampala Open of 2016, Christmas Cup 2017, Grand Open 2023, King of the Table 2024, now Grand Open 2025. In tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda, he is today's Mr. Consistency. Joseph Kasozi is champion. We shall be looking around for him for a little bit of an interview.
Please be near this table. Kasozi Joseph, Mubiru Dan, Seminyo Glorious, get closer. Mutesi Rashid, Julie Namuhanga, Maigarokia, get closer. Asku Junior, Charlie Jonathan.
All right, he has advised that the interview will be done after the victory presentation. He says he's so fatigued. I want to thank you for all the audience you have granted, and we shall be still live for the victory ceremony. Congratulations, Kasozi Joseph, winner of the main event in the men's category. Congratulations, Rashida Mutesi, winner of the ladies event. Congratulations, Jackson Asiku, winner of the juniors event. And congratulations to Manager Miti, winner of the masters event. Thank you for the audience. Thank you for the company. We meet a little shortly.
Thank you very much. Let's keep working together and let's make sure that we serve on a level ground and a present ground. Calling for the guests of honor handing these trophies. I request our the senior superintendent of police.
So we shall be staying around a little longer to witness the prize giving ceremony.
Come forward. Mr. Kalenz Victor.
And the ones who are going to be rewarded on camera will be the top 3 in the men's and ladies category respectively in the main events. The others who are in the top 8 who are getting monies have already received their monies, apart from those who have already left the place, who will be, to whom it will be forwarded either in person or onto their respective bank accounts.
Mr. Victor Kalenz for Please, mutuyambe.
So, good evening, everyone. I am senior student of police, Joe Wabwide. I am the regional police commander for the West. Allow me to begin by thanking the organizers of this grand open tournament, and also in a special way, appreciate all the teams that have participated in this tournament. I want to congratulate all of you for the team spirit and the effort.
How are you moving?
And also,
Anyway, but I must
Mr. Karina, our host,
The bus park now. It's
allow me also congratulate
But I
you
don't have
for
power,
hosting
and I
this
can't
event.
have without power.
It is not a small thing
you may not
to
find the
host
bus.
such big
It's okay,
clubs
but I
from
what I know
across the
with
country
Kampala today.
at
Tonight.
a tournament as big as this.
You can buy
Thank
bus.
you.
You can buy bus.
To you, the players,
Hey, you use bus. Don't go with
thank you for the skills you have exhibited here.
We are not to move with
I salute you
anyone.
all.
If it's not in my car, it's the public spirit. That's
But also, allow me
unless
in
you
a
tell me,
special way
okay,
to
we
organize
go. When
Kasozi.
you know you have the one telling me, and
He's
we
a
are two
member of the
in
club I
case.
support, Roxbury School Club,
It's very uncomfortable moving with
all the way from
And me, I don't like
Chiwanga,
that
Kono.
saying. Take him.
Chiwanga is where I stay,
We are not on somebody say polite.
and I've always watched him all the time to play.
We are going when?
Sometimes when I'm in Kampala, I go there, and
Tomorrow.
Moral host them. So Kasozi, thank you for not shaming us. Thank you for making us proud. I have already been sharing with members of the club the other side, and they are all excited by the display of skills that you have exhibited here this evening. Today is not my day to speak. I am not a person of very many speeches or long speeches. I just want to once again appreciate all of you, the organizers, the players, and say thank you. I'm going to continue up to tomorrow. Later on in the night. So, I wish you all the best in the next round of games. And bye for now. Congratulations to you all. To those that have won, please, thank you. And to those that have lost, don't lose hope. You never know what happens thereafter. I thank you so much.
Alright, right away, we are going to the award giving ceremony. I'll start with Kasim. I'll start with Mpindi Yahya, who is the third best player in the juniors category. He wins himself. Messi.
After that speech from the regional police commander, no more speeches, only prize giving only for 9 players. Those who came, actually 12, with those who were in positions number 1 to 3 in the juniors, masters, ladies, and the men's and the men's events.
The end of his year. Mpindi Yahya.
That one is from Pindi Yahya.
You sign for your money.
He's appending his signature, and then he does receive the monies.
Yes, these are the ones. No. Come. And you receive your money. You get your
We are going to be watching him for a lot more years to come. He's so talented. A trio of players, himself and Jackson Asiku and Herbert Mukisa, whatever is going to happen to their careers, and it's going to be very good, I'm sure. God knows how high they can jump, but they are very talented. They came number 3 in the under 17s.
Kasim Seguya, same procedure.
Seguya Kasim
Masters category.
came
Masters.
number 3 in the masters. Those are players that are over the age of 40.
Kasim Seguya receives his money. And
There he is. He did travel all the way from Kampala.
followed by Niger.
He's winning some money from pool for the very first time in her life. Now the ladies third place player, second runner up, former national champion and currently ranked number 2, the elder of the two lethal sisters, Rukia Naiga, one of the living legends of Ugandan and African pool, former African champion 2022, former national champion 2023, and a winner of 4 tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda, Rukia Naiga, who is yet to present herself at the venue. Probably someone will be signing for her.
Let's have Ntwari Jonathan.
And now
Ntwari Jonathan in the juniors. No, then we have Senendo Glorious coming for his medal.
third placed man in the men's event has been Senyonjo Glorious. Has come close to reaching a final of a tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda for the second time, but once again came a little bit shy. The pride of Masaka. There he is. Comes from a family of very, very talented fellas. His sister is a player on the Uganda national football team, the Lady Cranes, and then his brother plays for one of Uganda's biggest football teams. That is called the KCCA Football Club. Glorious himself is on the Uganda national pool team. Very, very talented family. He defeated Caesar in the 3rd place match after losing out to Dan Mubiru in that semi-final. He's currently ranked by the Pool Association of Uganda number 6. Ntwari Jonathan came number 3 in the juniors event. That's why he's signing for his money before he shakes the big guys who have the money before he leaves the stage. No, he came second. He lost the final of the juniors. I'm sorry, he came second, not 3rd. I want to beg your pardon. Most likely the next player to be called to the stage will be
seniors category. Ezekiel taking up the 2nd position. Julie Namuhanga coming up next in the
It's going to be the ladies' first runner-up. She was number 3 in the National Open Championship Grand Finale. She has a career that is rising and rising and rising faster by the day. And she did promise me on camera that this year she is winning the National Open. She's also defending champion of the Ladies League when she won it when she was part of the league winning team with Mokono Polo Club, nicknamed Longoria. She's called Julie Namuhanga.
Mubiru down, closing in.
She'll be signing her check and then wearing the bronze medal for coming 3rd, and will be showing off with a very wide smile to take the pictures that will be rampant on our socials from tonight and for a few more days to come. She came better than she did in the National Open. Watch out for Namuhanga Juliet. Dan Mubiru, what a tournament he has had. The small guy, like Maluva likes to call him, not him. He defeated Moses Murphy in this competition. He defeated Senyonjo Glorious. He tried to give Kasozi a big fight, but it was not to be. But this tournament is the best that he has performed in his career. all the way from 2009 as a competitive league player. He gets to reach a final of a tournament of a polar station of Uganda. Though he lost the final, he came a very, very respectable second after
The next round is
in a tournament that had 100 player. Congratulations, Dan Mubiru.
with the juniors.
Don't mind his body size, eh? He is a senior player. Also a former league winner with Samona Pool Club.
Let me have his money. Junior. Junior. Get his money.
Now the champion of the juniors category, Grand Open Juniors champion.
Trophy.
At the first time of asking when you have a juniors event in this same competition, the champion is Jackson Asiku. And I know that those who have been following Ugandan Pool for the last 2 years, you probably know this boy.
Don't know when he gets.
Still a very young boy, a teenager, but he's damn talented. And also plays very mature pool. He can give a very bloody nose to any senior player.
From the tournament secretary.
He signed his check. And there he is.
Money from our host, Dr. Amsterdam co-creator. Get the winners
He
medal.
will also be getting a gold medal. And one of these beautiful trophies will be belonging to him.
Trophies. I'll skip here for you there, the champion, the juniors category.
He will be crowned champion of the juniors. Most of the senior winners have a picture like this in their childhood. In all sports, not just pool. Look at the athletes, look at the cyclists, look at the footballers. They have pictures when they were champions, when they were boys. This is a picture that you will have to remember. You remember where you are when Jackson Asiku is tormenting the pool table players on the African continent. You remember the day he won a juniors event in his home country of Uganda.
He has done everything.
Now the Masters winner for the players who are over the age of 40. He's normally a players manager, very associated with the Lobula Simon, the computer, also associated with some of the teams that have been moving out of Uganda to tournaments, most especially in Kenya. If you are watching from Kisumu, you probably know him. If you are watching from Nairobi, you probably know him because he frequents those venues. Also likes playing. When he has gotten a chance to play against his age mates, he has proved that he can better them. He gets to sign his check. He's going to be getting a gold medal for the very first time in his career. By the way, he was one of the very first Ugandans to play in the Ugandan Pool League about 25 years ago in the year 2000. Here he wins a trophy for the very first time after 25 years of playing pool. Don't take that for granted.
Thank you, Manager Michi. Thank you.
He's a businessman with businesses in Kampala and Johannesburg. There he takes home his trophy.
Ladies category.
And next, a very, very special player, one of the best female players in the world, that is my opinion. Rashida Motesi wins a 7th tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda. That is greatness. No other lady has this number of trophies of the Pool Association of Uganda. 6 of them were all consecutive, including Kampala Open 2018 and 19, Grand Open 2019 and 20, 2 Pool Queen titles, as well as this one, and in between an end of year championship. She has also come close a number of times, losing the National Open Grand Final in 2018 and losing at the final, and the end of year championship, losing out to her elder sister in the final in December last year. But for the Grand Open, she gets to win it for the very 3rd time in her career. Tournament number 7 is sealed by Miss Rashida Motesi. How many times have you seen her on the podium? How many times have you seen her smiling all the way? How many medals does she have in her house? How many trophies from Uganda, from Kenya, from elsewhere? For herself, for her clubs, for the national team, and wherever she has been playing. The best, as she calls. She once said that she is nicknamed the best, and yet they like to say that may the best win.
Give me that stone.
And this one should be the last. They normally say last but not least. Champion in the main men's event is Joseph Kasozi. I know they are smiling at Roxbury in Chiwanga, where they must be watching this footage on the big screen. Kasozi Joseph having won the Kampala Open in 2016, the Christmas Cup in 2017, the Grand Open in 2023, the King of the Table Championship 2024, also adds the Grand Open in 2025. He is one of only 5, now the 6th player to have won 5 tournaments of the Pool Association of Uganda. The other 5 including Sula Matovu, Bwanika Mansur, Turije Jonah, Amos Njagumanawe and Alfred Gumikiza. Kasozi Joseph is the 6th. He's right to be called a great of Ugandan pool because he wins the comps that matter. Again, he has gotten to beat Caesar in a tournament of the Pool Association of Uganda. In tournaments of PAU, Caesar has never ever beaten him, and yes, Caesar ever beats him in tournaments that are organized by private organizers. Sometimes history does repeat itself. This one is the crowning moment of Kasozi Joseph as champion of the Grand Open of the Pool Association of Uganda. The second time in 3 days that he's reaching a final, and at this time he gets to beat Caesar in the semis and Dan Mubiru in the finals. A career of a player on 5 tournaments for himself by the Pool Association of Uganda, 2 league titles, and other single venue tournaments organized by private organizers. For the first time we get to see a smile, relatively big, smiling as wide as Mr. Zach Idio is smiling from the Bank of Africa in Kampala, where he's the regional manager and Kasozi Joseph's personal manager. Also the Jesse multi-agencies which are part of his management team. He gets to lift the big trophy. There he is. Congratulations, Joseph Kasozi. With his check, we shall only have a few photo moments and then call it a day. For now, I thank you for being part of this live stream, for following the action from the time that it started yesterday morning up to this time of today's evening. Congratulations, Miti. Congratulations, Rashida. Congratulations, Asiku. And in a very special way, congratulations, Kasozi Joseph. I remain Peter Chobe Live. I wish you a very good rest of your evening. May the Almighty God bless you.
We shall come back. Those are our 4 winners.